Now it's time for Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul.
What was the delay there, you think? How long was that?
I don't know. 3 seconds?
Shorter than Elon. Hey, guys, welcome to the program. Past Week, Next Week.
Great.
We have a lot of fun. We do like to start the show with a song. I could have just stopped there. And
You
said,
could have, yeah. We do like to start it. It's true.
It's with a song that symbolizes the last week. And what's really good about it is I just gave you a hint of what it was, on why I picked this song.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So you'll probably figure out.
So it has maybe something to do with a discussion that took place on a social media platform?
That's right. Here is Ozzy Osbourne,
Oh,
Crazy Train.
it's
On.
a fun song.
Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul, starring Boogie, introducing the texture. We didn't hear the I right, so we...
Yeah, you need that.
I never knew that was the name of this song.
Oh, really?
Crazy Train is the name of it?
Uh-huh.
A lot of programs may just play the song for you. We play an old clip of the band.
Yeah. This had to be early on. Their drummer can't even afford a shirt back in. So this, you did kind of give it away. This is about the Elon Trump talk.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they were a little late getting going, I guess.
And I really wanted to highlight it because I think anyone, basically you guys, who complain about any technical problem I have,
No one complains.
I want you to know, number one, I don't work in the technical field like Elon Musk.
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
And number two, I have a little bit less money than him.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
You're also not a self-proclaimed or really any type of genius. Oh.
Man.
No, wait a minute. Let's take a step back. I am not a self-proclaimed genius.
Right.
And that's the difference between me and Elon.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah. Did you end up listening to the talk? I did not. I heard some clips.
Okay, so I listen to too many of my liberal friends, I think, on my on podcast during the week.
Sure.
So Trump was talking like this the whole time.
Yeah.
And then they come back, even Keith Olbermann. That was a microphone issue. He really didn't. We shouldn't be saying...
Even Keith Olbermann
He
said that.
shouldn't
Wow.
say he was losing his dentures and stuff and insult them that way. It was a microphone. And then I'm like, the richest man in the world can't get a fucking microphone?
Yeah. Good God.
It's like, that's the problem. How incompetent, and they don't give a shit. And everyone just buys into it. On the TikTok, I like to make friends with people on there. You know that.
Make friends?
Yeah. And so someone said, they came up with this great idea. They're going to do a government efficiency commission. And they're going to, and Elon's going to be in charge of it.
Yes.
Isn't it great? It's like, every fucking president does that. Obama did it. We did it in Missouri. I was in the legislature.
Oh, wow.
It means nothing. it makes it look like you're doing something. And
The
these
irony is called government efficiency. And you look like you're doing something, but you're really doing dick.
right. But
Got it.
but they think that since he's rich, he's efficient.
Yeah.
The two big companies that we know him by aren't doing well.
Yeah.
They're not doing well.
X is doing horribly right
X
now.
And from a
Tesla?
from a technical point of view, he's 40 minutes late and then claims it's a hack.
Yeah.
That's not efficiency, folks.
I swore they were going to try to flip it and say that there were so many people to try to access it. That
Oh,
They
that would
said
have been
both.
smarter.
They said both. That they said.
Oh, they did
both
say that.
Things. Yes. And then
Wow.
I guess if you're on Twitter X and you look at something that's called a view or a hit or I don't know what it's called, but they act like 50 million people watched this. No, they didn't. They were scrolling there, looking through, and they saw it was there, and they okay, and then they moved on.
Yes.
It's.
Yeah.
I tell you what it is. It's crazy. Sing it, Ozzy. Do you remember when we used to think Ozzy was crazy?
Yeah.
Ozzy looks like he has on a Dallas Cowboys
He does.
cheerleader's shirt.
And then he's got the Jennifer Aniston Friends 1992 haircut. Kind of got the shag going, you know?
It's awesome.
Wow.
It's a shullet. It's like a shag mullet.
It is, yeah. It is kind of a shullet. This is a great song, though.
It really is.
Yeah.
Do they still play it at the Chiefs?
I don't know. I haven't been to a game in person
They
in
do
so long.
Start Me Up, and they played this a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. How long has it been since you've been to a game live? Either one of you guys. Chiefs game.
Last game I went to was in 20. It was either 18 or 19.
See, you've probably been there more recent than me, I think.
I think I've been to one since not last season, maybe last season before.
Okay. Yeah, I can't even remember the last one I went to live.
You know what, Chris? That's crazy. And that was Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. And this is Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul.
Yeah.
Starring Boogie and introducing the texture.
I'm Chris.
What's up, suckers?
And I'm Paul. This is a show where we review the most important things of the past week and get you ready for the next week. It's your one-stop podcast program to keep you updated. It's a real week review. Just listen to us. You want any other information outlet, that's our guarantee. Thanks for listening to us online at kctkradio.com or the Facebook Live at KCTK Radio page. It's up, right?
I don't know.
Didn't
Yeah. Yeah, Whitney and Jane are watching.
Didn't she win it earlier or something?
Yeah, it's been all like the
Bridezilla.
podcast revive. Yeah. Oh, Bridezilla.
Right.
Like the podcast revolves around her.
She's so wonderful. If you
say so.
You can listen to us. It's easier on the KCTK Radio smartphone app. If you don't have it, you can download it free. You can join the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060. We welcome your participation. Coming up, we have weekly news quiz, pop culture update, incredible special feature. Chris, tell them what it is.
I was not aware we were doing it today, but it will be special.
Great.
We're going to just talk about the Democratic National Convention coming up. It was on the email that we sent
Oh, was it?
everybody.
I saw it.
Yeah, of course.
And much, much more. But first, let's see what's going on, guys. Oh, we don't have the texture today, and we're not happy about it.
No.
Such a disappointment.
But we got a text from him already
Oh, we do?
on the text line.
Oh, good.
Dear Past Week Next Year, can you tell me which trail your ancestors were going to take? Santa Fe, Oregon, or California? And why they wimped out and stayed at the trailhead in Independence? It's a great question.
It is a great question. I have no idea. I'd like to know that about my family.
Yeah.
Were they planning to go further west, or did they just get to Independence and go, this is fine?
I think that's why everyone in Independence go, because that's where the trail started.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been, I don't know, have ancestors from Texas and then come here, or California, but you'd have to come back here to go to Oregon or Santa Fe.
California.
Yeah, or California where you were before, because you had to go through this. I wonder where mine was going.
Yeah.
Huh?
You know where mine was going?
Where?
Wherever my fucking slave masters told me to go.
And where was that?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Okay.
Hey, I used to be smart, and I went to Three Trails High School.
Oh, you did?
Or Three Trails Middle School?
You are smart.
You are so smart.
I said
you can't
used.
even
I said
remember.
used to be. I got bussed in because I was a smart kid.
Oh, yeah, I remember talking about
It was
that.
a magnet school.
Wow, congratulations.
Thanks. I did say use.
Did you enjoy that experience?
I really did. I seriously did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really did. Met some.
Was it scary
How
to
old
be
were you?
bussed and
So it had. I said high school. It had to be middle
Yeah.
school. It was actually grade school. Grade school. No, it was not scary. Like the first week, maybe it was a little scary. So it was grade school.
But
Yeah.
what grade did you go?
So I did go to Lincoln Middle School. So I think I started getting bussed in like second or third grade.
Oh, wow.
So it was for a few
you were
years.
a little kid, little Jack.
Yeah, it was for a few years.
Long bus ride?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we lived in Midtown, so all the way out here to.
And where do
Independence.
you remember where you went before?
I went to JS Chick, which was the neighborhood middle school.
Okay. Was that all black people? Black kids?
For the most
And
part,
then
yeah.
this one was more
More white kids.
white kids. But mostly black, or was it
Which one?
the one that you got bused to?
No, it was mostly white kids.
Mostly white. Okay, so you
Yeah,
went from
I-
mostly black to mostly white.
Correct.
Wow.
And so, I don't know. I'd say of the minorities there, probably half of them were bussed in because we were quote unquote smart.
You smart
Or
kids.
we're off track, but Chris and I went to high school together.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that. We could tell you right now
Yeah,
the black people who
like the handful.
Like,
and
yeah,
their
not
names.
even a
And their
handful.
names.
Yeah.
There's 2,000 kids in the school.
Yeah.
We could tell you exactly who they were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was so
So not very diverse.
Oh my
lily
God.
white. Yeah,
Oh my
not
God, it was-
diverse at all.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
I think it is much more diverse now.
Yes.
Our high school, which is great. But yeah, when we went, just
So here's the flip of the script. When I finished grade school, then I started getting bused to Lincoln
Okay.
because Lincoln, quote unquote, was also the smart school. So I was supposed to go to Southeast. That was my area, but I was bused to Lincoln. At Lincoln, the smart white kids were bused in
oh wow,
because it was a college prep.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh
Did you get to
wow.
pick on them?
So it was flipped. No, same thing, man. Everybody got along. They were welcomed with open arms. They were cool as
Man,
shit.
what an awesome experience to grow up with that, with going to diverse schools from a young age.
Yes.
and, yeah.
And even now again, we were kids, right? So thank God it seemed that none of them were being raised that way. But when I was bussed out to the white schools, like never had a problem.
Seriously.
Met some great friends. Yeah, it was cool.
Wow.
It's fun. It was actually fun.
Oh man, that's
What's interesting is the integration in the schools were all about giving better opportunity for black kids. Okay? Poorer kids too. Meanwhile, we're in the suburbs because of white flight during, we didn't have as cool of an experience. It cheated us. The whole integration.
Yes.
As a liberal, we're always like, oh, we've got to help the black people. No. You think you're doing something, so you're doing it for everybody. It's for everyone.
Yes.
It's better.
Yep.
It's a better experience. I could have maybe made a good, cool friend instead of Chris.
yeah. Think about that.
God. Now look.
Chris, what's going on? Come on. Jeez. Now-
Oh, what's
now I'm
going
pissed
on
off
with
at
me?
you.
Well,
Now I'm mad at you because you're not black. But according to Trump, you can always change. Chris Whiting. He was white. His last name's even Whiting. Now we're gonna have to call
was
call
all-
him Chris Blacking.
He said,
blackety black, black,
Blackety
black.
black, Chris Black.
she was all in on Indian, is what he said. Something like that.
All in.
God damn.
Kamala, what race do you want to be? Chip's all in on Indian.
Then I was told.
That's what I'm going with.
Then I was told that her dad was a Marxist economist teacher at Stanford. He taught economics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there was different theories.
Well, did he identify as a Marxist?
I don't know.
Okay.
But just people think of it like if you're in a higher education and you say, well, here's a theory of economics, capitalism. Here's a theory of economics, Marxism, that you're trying to convert people to it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm
well,
so
they love
tired
to
of
throw around the term Marxist, communist, just
Oh, I hate dumb people.
The labels.
Back to you, Chris. What's going on?
Well, speaking of different cultures, experiencing different cultures. Last night, I had my first meal at Bamboo Penny.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yes.
How'd it go? What'd you get?
It was delicious.
Okay.
So we went out with our good friends Paige and James, and I got the mango red curry. Oh my God, it was good.
Wasn't it good?
It was so good.
What spice level did you get?
I went mild.
You have to go mild.
I mean,
The first time out.
yeah,
And that had quite a kick, right?
it did.
Yeah.
it did. But let me share my shame with you guys. My wife got mild plus.
What's that mean?
I didn't know they had a mild plus.
Well, she wasn't sure she was ready for medium, but she wanted to go a little more than mild, so she outdid me and made me look just like her little kept man.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Whitney
Which-
goes medium, straight medium.
Oh, she does.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm like, no.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So you're a wuss too.
I am.
Yeah. All right. That makes me feel better.
Proud of it.
But so what we did, we had an early reservation because we're old people now. So we had dinner at 4. Then there was a concert right outside that started at 7 that night. So we went to the one at Town Center area. Yeah.
Yep.
So we ate inside at 4. Then we went to this other place, had a little cocktail, Vertigas, I think it was called. Anyway, it was like fancy cocktail place. Then we made a second reservation at Bamboo Penny on their deck outside at 7 o'clock for when the concert started. So we'd be
Double back.
right out by. So we came back, and here's why I'm glad we did that. Because we brought chairs. We were just going to sit outside at the concert with everyone, but when we found out we could get on their patio, we're like, well, we'll come here. We'll have a bathroom. We'll have a waiter. I forgot to order the bread when we had our meal the first time. So when we came back,
Oh, okay.
I was able to order the bread.
What'd you think?
It was so good.
Isn't it good?
Yes, it was so good.
Man, it's so good. So I love it with the meal when you dip it into
See,
the
it
curry
would have
sauce.
been, it would have been perfect.
It's ridiculous.
For that.
Well,
but-
good. I'm glad you went.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Can I ask a
I
dumb
guess-
question?
Yeah,
What's it really called? I may want to go there sometime.
it is called Bamboo Penny.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it was
You understand
delish.
me asking.
Yeah. And then we saw the Stolen Winnebagos play. They're a lot of fun. Cover band and just I kept looking out in the crowd and they were playing these, 90s songs. I'm like, damn man, those old people out there really like to dance to this music.
90s, which
And
is
the-
new music to you.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh shit, those old people are probably younger than me.
Yeah.
So that was sobering, I guess. But I drowned it with more alcohol, and it was fine.
Man, there was a lot of old people at the jam. Oof.
What's the jam?
Jackson and Mars.
Oh,
band.
okay. Yeah, I'm sure there were. Yeah, the old folks. People in their 50s out there trying to dance.
Maybe
and
in their
stuff.
late 50s.
Yeah, come on.
God.
So anyway, that was a good time, and that's probably about the most excitement I've had over this last week. So there you go.
You had some bad news that you wanted.
Oh yeah, just my cousin Tim Odell passed away on Monday. 56 years old. He was born. I was talking to my mom. My mom was talking to his mom when they were both pregnant with us, and Donna had Tim exactly 3 weeks before I was born. And my mom was telling me after Donna called her and said, "Oh, I had it. It's a boy. It's Tim." My mom was like, for 3 weeks, so jealous. She's like, I just want this over. I just want to be done with this. So Tim and I became close friends in junior high school. We had known each other from family stuff. Then we had some classes together and hung out and
Did he
spent
go
the
to
night.
Truman?
No, he went to Chrisman.
Chrisman.
Yeah, we went to Bridger Junior High School together. Just a super nice guy, and
Cancer again, right?
Yeah, colon cancer. So sucks, but yeah, 56, just crazy, way too young.
And
Sucks. I'm sorry, man.
Well, thank you.
and
Thank you.
just make your story sound less than. Yeah, it's the news this week. Boogie.
Yeah. So
just to one up Chris.
yeah.
Oh, your cousin. Oh, that's
Oh,
shit.
your cousin. Hold my beer. My dad died
Yeah.
on the same Monday,
Man,
also of cancer.
yeah.
Cancer of what? Everything.
Seriously, it was
yeah.
spread
It was just
everywhere.
ravaged. Yeah. his whole
I am
body.
so sorry.
Yeah, how old of a fellow was he again?
I think he was 80. let's see, I think he was 88.
88. What was his
Wow.
first? Was his first name?
Jack.
Jack. Yeah.
Big Jack.
Big Jack.
Yeah.
Big Jack is.
Are
what
you
they
the
call him.
oldest?
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm the baby.
You're the baby.
Yeah.
Okay, because typically
I have
name-
step siblings. Oh, a step sibling who's younger than me.
Typically, like the first son is named after the father. At least
So,
in Italian.
so he was. So
He was too?
You guys don't know the whole Jack thing? Chris knows.
Yeah.
No.
So it's my granddad,
Right.
my dad,
Okay.
my big brother,
Okay.
myself, my brother's son,
Right.
my son, and if you want to counter, my brother's daughter is Jackie.
Okay.
See, it's almost like a George
And
Foreman thing.
yes, very George Foreman.
Yeah.
And
I know we're behind the veil. That's why Boogie's we call you Boogie
yeah, that's right.
because if I would say the other name, then people you would like,
Like
is
seven-
is my brother here?
Yeah,
I
7
don't
people
know.
will show up.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, but so it's
7 people.
it's weird. Like I haven't ugly cried or anything yet.
Yeah.
I've barely cried actually.
Yeah.
And it's a weird feeling when both of your parents are gone.
Wow, I bet.
And it's like, even though he hasn't done anything for me in that way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just this weird feeling of your safety net is completely gone now. Like I am 1,000,000,000% an adult now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's like mommy and daddy are for real gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I don't have that yet, but my wife has talked to me about that so many times.
yeah. And it's like, I feel like part of the reason I still haven't ugly cried for my mom yet. Mm-hmm. She's been gone since 2020. But it's like, I feel like now I can't break down because my safety net is gone.
Oh, yeah.
I have to be strong because I'm responsible for.
That seems like a very reasonable, rational thought. It's bullshit. You can break down all you want. You can do whatever you want.
I don't feel like I can. Because I feel like if I break down, I am breaking down.
You can. Well, you can if you want.
No, I can't.
You can. It's
I got shit to do.
If you don't want to, well,
Well, you're busy. Sure.
that's the other
I-
thing. If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you never break down, that's your choice. But you can if you want. Yeah, I'll fight with you. On
Let
this
me
one.
just say this:
You got
if
that? I
if
will
you
fight
start
with you.
if you start to break down sometime, I hope you give yourself a little freedom to just
Thank you. That's a
feel
great
it.
way to put
just,
it.
Just feel it.
Okay.
If it happens, I'm not going to tell you how
Also,
to grieve. That's
can we say this too, Chris? If you never feel like breaking down, don't be like, "What's wrong with me? I've never broke down."
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, don't do that to yourself either.
I'm stuck in that right now. Like, what? Am I a sociopath?
Probably, but this has nothing to do with it.
I don't know why well, I do know why. Because I got shit to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I can't.
Now, so, and how many siblings do you have? Like that? Are you your dad's kids?
His bio kids, there's 3 of us.
Okay. Yeah.
But then he has stepchildren. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So is there a lot of like getting together right now, or pressure
everybody-
to
is
get
everybody in
together?
town?
Or
Yeah, kind of. There's no one's come in town specifically, but yeah. But I think there's a little bit of getting together, and yeah.
yeah.
That's the other thing too, is my social anxiety is at an all-time high right now. It's like just a really bad.
Just,
Yeah.
I just love the idea that on the surface level, the family's getting together, and then you think, oh God, my family's getting together.
That is exactly it.
That's how I am too.
Yeah. So anyway,
Okay, so I think I lost my dad, and it was unexpected. It was quick, and I guess I broke down. I'm obviously very sad about it, but what lingers on for me, and maybe this has happened for your mom too. I'll be like watching. I can't even think of a good example. Let's say I'm flipping the channel, Gunsmoke. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, what's the name of the guy who played Festus or something like that? I'm gonna call.
Oh,
I'm
I know-
gonna
I know
I'm
what you're
gonna
talking
call-
about.
I'm gonna call my dad and say, oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's that
So
kind
as
of
an
shit.
adult, it's not like I need my daddy to I got to see him. But your dad, it's like knows stuff, and you can just call and talk to him about
Yes.
I haven't had that big miss of. Well, I mean, he's missed important things, but not a. It's that lingering little stuff that you just want to.
Yeah.
Hey, who's that guy that or was our neighbor dad?
Yeah.
You know, who, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, how are we related to so and so? It's all gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Yep.
And Chris, you were even younger.
Yeah.
I mean, you were an adult, but you were.
32.
I was going to say an immature adult, which you still are. But you. I mean, you had babies and stuff.
Had Molly. Yeah. Yeah. What's interesting?
So you had even more of the. God, I needed my dad's advice on shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he died in 2001. And I thought he had cancer for 11 years. And I thought, well, I'm not crying with him dying because I knew it was coming. And I've been processing for the last 11 years. We knew this was going to be here. In 2021, I finally broke down.
Wow.
And had my breakdown, ugly cry process. So it took 20 years
Yeah.
for me to get to that
He
point.
was ugly before, though.
Well, yeah, the ugly was always there. It was just the wet ugly that
But-
was different.
But do you have this?
Wasn't that the name of your high school girlfriend?
Wet ugly?
Yeah. She sure was.
Hey, she was funny.
So do you have that about your mom now? Like, oh man, I wish I could call mom. What was the stuff you put in that
Oh,
recipe?
absolutely.
And it's just weird because I never expected it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, those small things always hit, and it's like I'll have like sad moments, but I still haven't had the closest I came was one morning I had a dream about her, and I was kind of like nestled up on Whitney's chest, and I opened my eyes, and I'm just crying from the dream on Whitney's chest. In the dream, I was on my mom's chest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that
So something will happen like
Oh,
that.
That
dude, that
sucked.
kind of got me there.
That
Gosh, yeah.
that sucked. But yeah, just a flat out ugly cry yet, not yet.
yeah.
Yeah. It either will hit you or it won't, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You can if you want.
Thanks.
You can. See, I don't think you're buying it. I don't think you're giving yourself permission. That's important.
Okay. I feel I can't right now.
Okay.
Maybe after October.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I'm just going to share this with you guys because it's super important, and I need to get faster on these things, but I don't. I just don't.
Does the soundboard keep growing? Like, are you adding new stuff all the time?
Yeah, I just don't remember where things are.
Oh, yeah.
Need to get Elon's people in here.
That's what we need. We need some Twitter X help.
It's not even going to be worth it either.
That's the beauty of it.
It is. All this buildup.
Okay, here it is.
This segment brought to you by the law offices of Phil Lavoda, LLC.
So when we had our friend Mike die, my brother Phil pulls me aside and he said, "You get to act any way you want. You get to grieve any way you want." And it's the best advice I've ever had.
Your hometown law firm with a national reputation for success.
He also told me I need to learn to drink black coffee because if there's not sugar around, don't be that guy. I don't want coffee. I have to have cream and sugar, which I prefer, but just,
Okay. That is
Lots of good advice.
Good advice.
www.phillavoda.com.
Also, when you give a speech,
Yes.
we were talking before you got here. I'll be giving a major address in October.
Yes.
Don't try to hit a home run or a grand slam. Just hit the single.
And just a good solid single.
Yes.
That's great.
More advice from Phil later. So anyway, I feel so strongly about that. I'm beating you up about it. So just
Okay.
But not to mention that you have an amazing support around you.
Yes.
You have a great wife. You have great kids. Amazing friends who are all good looking and hilarious and just.
I'd like to meet those
Yeah,
guys.
we'd like to
sometime.
meet them.
now, what were you talking about?
Yeah.
So you get to do that. Okay, anything else going on? I mean,
No, I watched a couple of good movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I watched The Instigators with
What you call me?
it's Little Affleck and
Oh, Casey Affleck and Matt Damon.
Matt
Yeah, how
Damon.
about those apples, guy?
I have no idea what that's about or anything.
It's good. It's kind of a caper. Got
Okay.
Kind of, it feels a little. What's his name? The director, writer, Guy Ritchie. It feels a little Guy Ritchie-ish.
Okay.
You know, a caper. It's got a little comedy sprinkled into it, a little dark comedy. So it's okay. And then we also watched Abigail.
Oh, is that the third
No, that's
movie?
Whitney got confused on that too. Partially because I actually called it the wrong name. That's Annabelle.
Annabelle.
This is Abigail, which is
Okay.
the little girl.
Okay.
Not the doll.
Okay.
But
okay.
it's
wow.
it's fun too. It's
Horror.
yes.
Okay.
Horror.
Horror. Hooah.
Nice.
That's all. Oh, Nadia made it back to the lower 48. Okay.
Oh, good.
I was happy.
Bring you
about
back any
that.
fish?
I was
Yeah,
worried.
yeah,
I
she
was
bring
worried
you.
about that.
Did she bring any salmon
Yeah, I would
home
be
or
worried
anything?
For herself and her boyfriend, yeah, but
Nothing
not
for
me.
Dad?
Screw me.
Wow. I thought she used to be your favorite kid too.
Used to be.
Hope you're listening, Nadia.
She sent some amazing pictures, man. So now I really want to get.
I really want to go to
God,
Alaska.
How
It's
many
gorgeous.
How many car wrecks and traffic violations did we get this week from you?
None.
What?
No breakdowns. No wrecks.
Nice.
No violations. Let's.
Do you have
man.
one of those things? You have to erase it. 0 days. Since
Yeah,
last-
since last car incident
Yeah.
with any of the kids. Yeah, that's me. That's my
Good. The texter, he gave us that one question, which derailed us into school integration.
Yes.
Yeah.
and everything. So thanks for that. I'll tell you what's been going on with me, guys. So many things that I'm not very organized. I had a lot of fun watching the game last night. Went over to neighbor's house, sat in the pool, and drank lots and lots of Miller Lite.
Did it taste great or was it less filling?
Tastes great.
Is Miller Lite your go-to beer?
Yes, I prefer it.
What is your? You don't
Probably Miller Lite.
Is it?
Yeah.
Miller Lite gives me a headache.
Really?
You know what my go-to beer is? The champagne of beers.
Miller High Life.
Miller.
Wow.
Now, see, this gave me a headache.
I don't know why Miller Lite gives me a headache.
I thought you were I don't even know if they make. I thought you were a Miller Genuine Draft guy for some reason.
I can do some MGD, but
Yeah.
I like the champagne.
Champagne
But
of
you're
beers.
right about the headache. I mean, after about 30 of them yesterday,
Oh,
I woke up with a headache, and I don't know what's wrong with their product.
yeah, there's something wrong with them. And real quick, Paul, sorry to derail from your past week. I was going to owe you an apology because I have completely shit on Arid August, but apparently you have too. So
Yes, completely.
let's just not worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
All
know
right.
what? We'll chuck that one out the window. We'll do it again.
Hey, we tried. Back to you, Paul.
Yeah. Thanks. I made up for, if you guys were doing it, I made up for it yesterday for you guys.
Thank you.
Because when you sit in the pool, the rule is, hey, can you grab me another beer? I'm in the pool.
Right. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah. So I just sat there and drank a lot.
They know the
He
rules.
made hot dogs and brats, and it was great. And
Did you pee in the pool?
no, I didn't. Wow. I looked right at him, and he has a urinal. He has a urinal
Yeah,
out there, and I looked right at him and said, "You do know this is my dear brother. If this is anyone else's pool, I'd be peeing in it probably right now because I don't want to get up."
The urinal's very convenient though. That's really nice.
But does he thank me for it? Oh wow, that's nice. That's a big sign of respect in some cultures.
What cultures is that a sign of respect in?
So that was a lot of fun, and the Chiefs were fun, and I think they looked okay.
So I turned it off probably about halfway through the third quarter. I did not realize that they. So when I asked you if you had any football questions, Paul, and you said, "Yeah, what the hell?" I was like, "What is he talking about?" I didn't find out until later that night that
the Chiefs
they lost.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know. We were at Bamboo Penny. They did have it on the TV above the bar, but the last I had looked, the Chiefs were in control and ahead, and so I don't know how
They only
it
lost by
ended.
2 points last night.
I could have sworn when I stopped watching it was like 19-6 maybe, or 19-9 or something like that. I don't know, but
Well, you got your scrubs in at the end. and
oh, okay.
Who knows what
You
can
don't want
happen?
no scrubs.
No. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me.
Otherwise known as a busta. So anyway, that was fun. Really nothing else this week except there's a new podcast, which again, someone's ripping us off.
No way.
But this podcast is called, oh, I thought I knew it, but I want to call it On the Rocks or something. It is called Wellness on the Rocks. Mm-hmm. And the second episode is a guy who's a bartender and he interviews people. And he interviewed a guy by the name of Patrick Ketting. And because because Patrick Ketting goes to this bar and has made friends with this bartender. And
Did you listen to the whole episode?
I can't, it's so long. Did you listen to any of it?
I just listened to the little clip that was sent out.
So here's what I'm sharing with everybody is that you guys probably know this, but Jesus says something like, you cannot be a prophet in your own hometown. Mm-hmm. Something along. And so it's so true because this is a guy who's a very good friend of mine. We all worked with him. Talented, charismatic, and he's saying really amazing things.
Huh. Really?
And I'm thinking, wow, what a guess. And I'm thinking, this guy's so full of shit. I know him too well.
When you sent the clip, and I listened to I didn't realize it was him at first.
Yeah.
And I actually caught the tone of his voice, and I was like, wait. And then I focused on his face. I'm like, holy shit, that's Pat.
Yeah.
From that moment, everything that he said,
Yeah.
I couldn't even hear it because all I'm thinking about is he fucking told me he was going to be late to work and he drives to Oklahoma.
All right. Was he working for you at that time?
He reported to me.
Did you report to me at the time?
I reported.
Because I was pissed at him too. He told me the same thing.
Yes,
that
because Rummer was coming down on you.
Yeah.
You had to come down on me, and you're
Yeah.
like, dude, where the fuck's Pat? And I'm
Right.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He told me he was going to buy a new car.
Right.
I finally get hold of him like the next morning in Oklahoma. He left that
Yeah.
part off.
But
Such a great story.
What's so
Then I lost him in Vegas. Literally lost him.
and he's,
That happens.
And he's talking about
God.
self-help books he read and how this should be required reading for every young person and how he got in the business and all this. And I'm thinking, what? And then I stopped myself. I'm so much better at checking my reactions than I used to be. I think because I'm older. It's like, you know what? Let's get past this. You can't be a prophet in your own hometown. Let's start being nice. Maybe think about how good people around you are. I won't do that on this podcast. I'll keep making fun of you guys.
Good.
But he's very charismatic. He's a good heart. And I would love to have someone listen to it who doesn't know him and write down, well, this business leader is saying stuff as opposed to his drinking buddy going, what the fuck?
Would you recommend listening to it?
It's a 2-hour long, and this guy, and he's a young guy interviewing him, okay? So he really thinks that this almost 60-year-old man has some...
Has a lot of wisdom to give.
Because he's like, oh my gosh, you did... Yeah, I played football. Whoa, what position did you play? Quarterback. Wow.
Oh, God.
I had a business venture with Tim Conway.
Which is true.
It's all
so
true.
crazy. It's true.
That's what I'm saying. So check out that. You'll enjoy Patrick Ketting. He's a very talented guy.
The drunken Buddha.
Is he drunk anymore? We don't know.
I don't know. He was drinking a Coors Light on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
I saw that.
Paul's crying. He's laughing. Pat taught me how to eat a Chipotle burrito.
Oh, he did?
That's nice.
Because I would unwrap the whole thing. The first one I ever had, I would unwrap the whole thing. He's like, no, that's not how you do it. You keep it wrapped. You just take the top part off.
But isn't that...
It's good advice.
It's good advice.
And you've used it to this day.
Till this day.
Right.
Swear to God.
But instead, you remembered him leaving work and going to Oklahoma. Let's start giving each other a little more.
And losing him
Okay.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Another great story.
And the related part of that is Chris, my friend here, is Tim Walls. If the opportunity would have been different and the state would have been different, that's exactly the type of person we were. this Tim Walz isn't greater than Chris. He could have done. Chris couldn't exist.
You're very
same
kind.
thing.
Literally
Maybe
could've.
you're even better speaker than him. And don't you think? Don't you think when you see a guy like Tim Walz, he's cool, he's funny, he's a dad. Oh, that's right, Paul. You didn't go in the military. You were too scared to go in the
Yeah.
military like you should have.
Yeah.
That was a good experience for
Yeah.
him to do.
Yep.
I mean, J.D. Vance was in the military. And I didn't do it because I thought, I don't want to.
Yeah. I thought I wanted to, and I floated it by my parents. And when they said, no, you're not going in the military, I was like, oh, thank God. Well, I guess I can't. I tried.
I was too scared to.
Yeah.
I had no desire to.
Yeah. And anyway, one thing that I had this great idea because I went to Costco yesterday. Have you guys been to Costco lately?
Yeah. I don't know, in the last couple of weeks.
Have you been to or Sam's Club or something like that?
Yeah, I haven't been in
Okay.
a couple weeks, but yeah.
Do you guys ever buy toilet paper there?
Yes.
I literally sent my wife a thing this morning because she's probably there right now.
Okay.
Toilet paper.
And maybe Whitney can take a picture of all the toilet paper. I wish I should have. There's toilet paper everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just packed full of toilet paper. Mm-hmm. Do you remember what we were doing 4 years ago?
No, you couldn't find toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Harris campaign right there.
Oh.
When Trump says, were you better off 4 years ago? The answer is no. I had to take a shit and I couldn't find any toilet paper.
Yeah.
But now there's toilet paper everywhere for me to defecate as I wish. It's the
Gross.
freedom to defecate. I feel like this
Well,
is
it's
a big
more the
thing.
freedom to clean up after you defecate.
I mean, I think you're getting too much policy into the politics for people.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Okay.
right. You're right.
All right. So let's just remember how bad it was because Trump mismanaged the pandemic. It was you can't blame it on him, but I'm going to because if the other side's going to blame everything that's bad that happens now, then we should blame everything that's bad that happens when it was during his time, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, enjoy your toilet paper, everybody. Vote Harris.
Hey,
What do you think?
it's weird, but I think it works. Yeah.
Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Harris.
See, it worked.
Harris Walls.
See,
Yeah.
it worked.
Shit girl. Shit girl.
Damn.
Voting for shit girl.
Shit, girl.
Well, I mean, I didn't go there.
Oh, well, I mean, I thought that was the connection we were making.
Every time you guys are on the pot, I want you to remember. First of all, thank Joe Biden. Okay?
It's fair.
All right. And then say, I want to continue with this my freedom to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back. We will not go back.
No, I'm going to wipe my Trump because Harris made it so
Right.
that I could have toilet
Ooh, I got some
paper.
Trump on this.
Okay. Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can throw it out there.
You just throw it. Okay.
Now that we're past it, she's officially the nominee. Was this the right decision, and do you feel relieved? Not even just necessarily her, just the fact that Biden finally stepped away.
I think it was. I hate it. I love Joe. I really do. But I don't think he was going to be able to win. There was no momentum going his way, and it sucks. But and I am energized. I'm excited. I'm pumped for the DNC coming up this week, and I don't think I would have been otherwise. So
I completely agree with everything you said, and I think people want to move forward.
Yes.
I'm convinced that's why Hillary Clinton did not win, even though she was never a president. It was just a Clinton. Ugh,
Again.
let's try this guy. He's outside guy. Maybe he'll do good. And people voted against Hillary Clinton, and then I think 2020 we wanted a stable person we knew because it was in such a disarray as opposed to this crazy man, and people voted against Donald Trump. And then it was Biden and Trump. It's like, are we just going to be stuck in this for another? Can't we move on?
yeah.
And what's funny is the Trump campaign is trying to get this. Well, Harris is the vice president. Why didn't she make inflation go down? Because she was already there. They're trying to post her with all of Biden's policies as if it's bad, but people didn't dislike Joe Biden because of his policies. They were amazing. He was the best president of our lifetime. They didn't like him because they thought, dude, what are you doing, man? Mm-hmm. I know you're smart. I know you can do the job, but why are you?
Why are you doing
You're
this?
you're
in your
82
80s?
years
Yeah.
old. That was the rub there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there was never, I believe, I think this is the thing they don't talk about either. I do not believe there was, I'm going to say almost nobody said to themselves, I don't know, Joe Biden is too old. Now I'm going to vote for Trump.
Right.
I think it was, I don't want Trump to win, but this, I mean, Joe, what are you doing? I don't give a shit about this election. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I asked the question. I think I'm probably the person closest to middle on the show.
I think so. Yeah.
And so
You're more to the middle than me, I can tell you that for sure.
And so I think you guys heard before, like how angry I was after that first debate, how just angry I was at the Dems.
Yeah.
That we're even in this situation. And
Yes.
so, and again, or the other reason I asked the question is, like you said, Chris, I'm actually re-energized now.
Yes.
And to Paul's point, it's like, fuck, I gotta vote for this dude. But I mean, I guess it's better. No, I know it's better than the other dude, but it's like, I am not happy about this at all.
And I would say, yes, I think you're more in the middle than us. I also think maybe you were the least pro Kamala of all of us.
Absolutely was.
You know?
Yep.
And now you're energized.
Now I'm
about
energized
this. Yeah.
because I see that it's like she's got this swell going on, and you're starting to hear more positive things about her. And it's just, I don't know whatever their relationship was, but I just didn't know it. She was completely silent. I felt like for 4 years.
Yes.
Like,
And I fell into the trap of, what the hell are you doing, lady? And I don't know why more people don't. Well, because this is the only program that tells you the truth. She's the vice president. It's specifically set up to do nothing.
Yeah.
You have to go to the Senate and pretend like you're not needed at all there if you have enough
I saw
majority.
Veep. I know how it works.
You saw Veep, right?
Yeah.
Did everyone watch Veep and wonder what was she doing? Watch Veep. That's what she was doing.
Yeah.
yeah.
And does she have a Gary character?
Oh, I don't know. I'd love to be her Gary.
Oh God, that'd be so great, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I think maybe I was a little disillusioned because I felt like Biden was a little more active,
visible
and active. I felt like what's his face that shoots people in the face. He was way more
Oh,
active.
Cheney,
and visible.
yeah.
Cheney was like,
But he was busy running the whole government.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like he was actually president.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think maybe that was my
Yes.
expectation.
And I think that has a lot to do with has everything to do with the president. And I don't know why Joe Biden didn't have her do more.
yeah.
I think she was probably chosen as, let's bring everybody together, as opposed to her counsel. But like, if you look at Barack Obama, who was in the Senate not very long and gets elected, he brought in a experienced person to be the vice president. I guess George Bush did too, right?
Yeah.
George W. And counseled him. They say about Joe Biden is he's been around for so long, there's no
Elder statesman
that he would turn to. He is the elder statesman.
Right.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
So I think that's what it was. He didn't have her in the circle where Obama's like, I don't know. I've only been in this town for 5 years. Let me ask Biden what to do.
Yeah, he's been around forever.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And George W. was like, Cheney's like, you don't know what you're doing. Let me tell you what to do. and George W.'s like, okay.
Sounds good, Dick.
I mean, I remember when Clinton picked Al Gore. That was a big deal because this guy's running. He's young. He's charismatic. And who's he pick? Another young guy, Southern guy. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? That was all just building a team, I think, more than trying to do like Kennedy did. Oh, I need Johnson. We had a bitter primary. I need Johnson to win Texas. I don't think that stuff. Sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you don't. Like she didn't need Walls to win Minnesota.
Right.
Right.
But I think there'll be more of a partnership than
It feels like it right now. And I know we're in campaign season, so who knows what will happen if they win, when they win. We put that out to the universe.
So speaking of that, and I don't know how far off topic we are at this point.
we're talking about the past week right now, so it's okay.
Okay. Where is she now in the polls compared to Trump?
She's the polls completely have inverted from when it was
Biden.
Trump over Biden. Now it's Harris over Trump. They say North Carolina, Georgia, maybe even Florida are competitive.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
The analyst I heard yesterday was that we all can be happy with it because there's something about some statistic that if you're 3 points ahead in the national poll, it's a landslide.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the last one I heard, she's 4 points ahead.
Wow.
Okay.
I will say I'm leery of polls. I feel
I
like
am
they
too.
are all
Agreed.
over the place and they've not been very accurate the last couple of elections.
But if it's a real landslide, which I can't imagine it's going to be,
yeah.
that pushes, that's where she gets in North Carolina than she normally would.
I feel like the edge, the reason I'm feeling a little more comfortable is, I think we've said this before. I don't feel like there's any Trump supporters that are going to jump.
No.
They're just not.
And
They
they're
are
never,
locked.
yeah.
They're just locked in.
Yes.
I feel like there were a lot of people that were probably on the fence that either wouldn't have voted at all,
Absolutely.
right? And I feel like Harris is probably grabbing those, and that's what's making it. Maybe a tiny bit that were kind of on the fence about Trump.
Yeah. Hardly any, though.
But his diet, they're just not going to leave.
No.
And
No.
when I think about that, I think about myself, and I think I'm so unfair on anything because they could have put Joe Biden in the iron lung. I'm voting for him. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, what do you think of Harris picking Walls? Love the guy. Yeah, I don't care who she would have picked. I would have loved the guy. You know what I mean? I'm in. I'm just too
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
And that's because of my lifelong Democrat, but mostly I think Trump is that bad.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. The other analyst I heard yesterday was this all well and good, but if we don't have the Senate, we're just back where we started. And what happens is when you don't have the Senate, you can't get judges passed, right? And you can't get any legislation passed. And then the low information voters, which are usually vote Democrat, who are as dumb as they come, well, nothing's happened since she's been president. And they have no clue about the process and everything. And that's these people. Well, Biden said he was going to reduce. I love my voice. That's a good imitation. Biden said he's going to get rid of all student loans. He didn't do it. I'm going to vote for Trump. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're a complete idiot. And willfully ignorance is
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, the whole Senate thing, I cannot stand Mitch McConnell so much for how he held up judges and didn't let Obama appoint a Supreme Court judge. And,
He's one of the worst things that have ever happened to the country.
yeah.
He would be on my, if you get the time machine, a lot of people want to go kill baby Hitler. I don't know. McConnell may be on my list.
Yeah. Ugh.
Where is he now? Did he finally fade away into darkness?
He's just frozen at a podium somewhere.
which is awesome. So anyway, that's the news for the week. But let's do the news quiz.
Yeah, let's
because-
see how we do there.
Oh, I gotta do the. Gosh, I'm struggling. I'm
Somebody had a few too many Miller Lights
I
yesterday.
think so.
I'm what they call on the. I like to say it, and people laugh, and they think I'm cute when I say I'm on the struggle bus.
Oh, that's cute. Well, you're cute.
Yeah. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's get them all right, like we do every time. Kamala Harris announced a fiscal proposal that included not taxing which source of income.
I can't see it.
Can't.
No.
It's tips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this turned into a thing too. Have you guys heard about this?
No, I hadn't heard of it.
Yeah, that was Trump's thing. I'm not going to tax tips anymore. And then
So Trump brought it up about a month ago. Mm-hmm. Now she is on board with, and it has a lot to do with Nevada and the union out there for all the service workers. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's their proposal. So he's mad that she's for that now because of politics, and he says that because of politics, she's for this, and he's all pissed off. As opposed to, I told you I had good ideas. Mm-hmm. It wasn't his idea. I mean, it's not like he came up with this idea.
yeah.
He's such a fucking fraud, and they use it as a tech line against her now. Well, no, she's for. I'm gonna try and do that cool voice again.
Cool.
I know. Interesting. You chose
Well, no.
that as the descriptor.
No, she's for no taxes on tips like Trump was. Yeah, okay. Then you should like her more now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Come to find out that, again, too many things I listen to, it's not really a good idea because it doesn't help like a busboy or anyone else who doesn't get the tips. Okay?
Yeah, I haven't read much about that and what the impact would be.
And, of course,
Wait, I
the
don't know.
podcast and the people I listen to have to bring it up. Well, I do have to say, I'm a left. I'm a Democrat. This is another cool voice. I'm a Democrat. I have to be fair. That's not a good thing that she's proposed. How about shut up and say it's a good thing until she gets elected? Could you please just do that?
Yeah.
How is it not good for the busboys if they're the recipients of the tips?
No, bus boys or the dishwashers or the cooks.
Oh!
they
You
don't get
mean
tips.
the guys who aren't actually
Yeah.
at the tables?
Right.
I'm with you.
But then you could say that about
Certainly.
anything. Meanwhile, you have doesn't want to tax tips. He doesn't want to tax anybody, especially the super rich. Okay?
Yeah, that's the
And
big
she
problem.
throws this thing out. The Republicans keep saying, "Well, if Trump, try doing a voice.
Oh boy.
Well, Trump needs to go talk about policy. He can't talk about policy.
Yeah.
The only thing he has is racism and misogynistic stuff. That's all he has.
If he would do that, it would probably help him, but he won't. Like at his press conference this week, I'm entitled to personal attacks on her because I don't think she's smart. And like, please keep talking like
Yes.
that. For God's sake,
Now-
please keep talking like that.
Carville says he should be. The reason he's talking more like that is because that's all he's got, and it worked before, and that's all he should be doing because he instinctively knows that's the only thing he has,
Yeah.
and that's why he's talking. He won't go to policy because he knows it ain't gonna work.
But again, that's not gaining him anything because
Yeah,
the people that he's catering to who are attracted to that talk, they're already locked in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're not changing.
They're
He
not
is-
changing anyway. So it's those people that I was just talking about who are kind of on the fence between the two. That's who he needs to appeal
He's
to.
doing the same mistake that many people do. Is he's running 2016
Yeah.
as if he wasn't president.
Right.
And I don't
I'm going to build. You didn't do it before, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone knows you're a fucking fraud. It ain't
I
gonna
don't
work.
personally know him, but I believe that he's not going to listen to anyone giving him advice
Right.
that's different from what's in his own dumb head.
Because like the people, I kind of give the people who voted for him in 2016 kind of a break. Although he did talk about grabbing him by the pussy and stuff, and he said some really awful things in that campaign.
Yes.
But then you think, oh, the guy's going to moderate and everything. No, he's worse than he ever was. It ain't going to work. Next question.
God, I hope.
Okay, question 2. Which tropical storm strengthened into a hurricane on Wednesday as it dropped torrential rain on Puerto Rico and left nearly half of the territory without power? Chris will know this. He has lived through a hurricane.
I have. I just, for whatever reason, I can't read the font. I guess I need new glasses.
Can you read it, Boogie?
Edna, Eloise, Edison, and Ernesto.
Which one do you think it is?
I think it's Ernesto.
I'm sorry.
Oops.
Yeah, it's Ernesto. It's kind of a buy. I clicked the thing. too
Yeah.
quick, so sorry about that.
Yeah. You didn't mean to.
Yeah. Man, what a beautiful, beautiful place to live. And then every year,
I know.
it's, would you do it? Here's
No.
a question I asked some associates just this week. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? And the answer I got was, well, I would live here because my family's here. Oh, stop it. I'm talking about like,
yeah.
you get your family everywhere. I get that.
Man, I think for me, it'd be somewhere in the mountains. Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell, maybe Alaska. I've never been there, but here it's stunningly gorgeous.
I was going to say, after the pictures I received this week, it just might be Alaska.
Maybe
now.
we could be neighbors, Boogie.
Yeah.
The Amalfi Coast for me.
Oh, gorgeous. That was stunningly
I think
gorgeous.
what's the name of the town that we on the top of the mountain?
Oh,
We went to-
Ravello?
Yeah, I think Ravello is my place.
Ravello was beautiful. Beautiful.
You just want to go there for the coffee.
I do.
Oh, man, and the arancini.
It's all it's all true. Okay, next question. Which American gymnast has been asked to return her Olympic bronze medal in the floor exercise following the ruling by the Court of Arbitration for Sport that voided an on-floor appeal by her by the coach? Sorry about that, folks.
Poor Jordan.
Yeah.
It's Jordan. Yeah.
Jordan Childs.
Yeah. Is she going to give it back or what?
Last I heard, the Americans have now appealed the ruling that said that she had to give it back, so it's all up in the air right now.
Yeah, because they pulled some time clock, and apparently she did ask for the. Well, I'm sorry. According to them, apparently the coach did ask for the review
within the
allotted time.
What really should happen is they get all the U.S. Olympic athletes together, and I'd say everyone who won a bronze come closer, and I would take each one of those and I'd just throw it away and say, we're the number 1 or number 2. We're this number 3 bullshit.
Wow, you are harsh.
Maybe I would do it to the silver too. I said, I don't know. This is USA.
Boy, you are tough but fair.
Right. Bronze. Get out of here.
It was, what sucks, it was the first time it was a podium full of all women of color. That's never happened in Olympic history, gymnastics history before. And I don't know. I don't know what you do,
What's the name of our gold medalist?
Simone Biles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Simone should go to this Jordan and say, why don't you let me have that so I can prop open my window with it
Oh, wow.
or something, because yours
You
is,
are harsh.
It's garbage. This is garbage. Go give me something to eat and just throw it right back at her because I'm Simone Biles. Do you remember last year when Simone Biles' husband said that she became famous because she married him?
No, I don't remember him saying
Yeah.
that.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah, he's a football player.
What's
but
his name?
He's not as famous as Simone Biles.
That's right.
He was completely joking when you
No,
said that,
he
right?
wasn't.
Great.
No.
He's a real Jim.
Okay, let's go to the next question, guys. We've got them all right because we're just right about everything. Question 4. The World Health Organization declared a global health emergency over a surge in cases of which fast-spreading virus?
I think it's the one that begins with N, but I'm not sure. Norovirus? I suck.
Oh, no.
I'm the worst ever.
It is the Mpox. Over 17,000 cases and roughly 500 deaths have been recorded across 13 countries in Africa, a 160% increase over the previous year.
Murphy Murph knew it. Damn it.
He knows
Go,
everything.
Murph.
Yes.
What's up, Murph?
Love the Murph.
Love Murph.
These are the type of things 5 years ago, I'd be like, whatever. I remember we did a story on one of our podcasts about a doctor that died in China because something called the corona.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, we always thought it was the beer. Corona. What was the longer name for it? It was the long name for the coronavirus.
Shoot, I don't remember.
Anyway,
there was an extended name.
But it's like, well,
Yeah.
But now,
so now you got me scared. Murphy.
Yeah, I'm anti-pandemic now, and I never was before.
Yeah. Thanks, Murph. All safe
now it's
there.
Murph's fault.
All safe
Way to
there
go, Murph.
in Canada, where there's never been a virus. Okay, last question.
Okay.
The FBI is investigating suspected hacking activity against the Trump and Biden campaigns by agents of which foreign country?
I don't know.
It's Iran,
Okay.
because that's what Trump said he was hacked.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah.
Again, we talked about this last one. I don't believe him.
You don't know whether you can believe him or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
He was all not hacked, and then he decided he
I was all in on being
and then,
hacked.
and then he became a
Hackety
hack.
hack. Hack.
Hack. First, I wasn't hacked. Then I became hacked.
Hackety hack.
And it wasn't from China.
You do pretty good.
It was
You
the
do
Iran.
good-
It was the Iran.
The Iran.
The Iran. You do a good Trump, Boogie. You really do.
I'm not on my game today. I drank a lot of beer and this whole richest guy in the world with a 40-minute and messed up microphone on his show. It makes me feel like, well, why do I care what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry about the mistakes, everybody. We're going to take a break now. And we're going to have a lot of fun coming back and talking to you more.
Ooh.
Past week, next week, with Chris and Paul starring Boogie and introducing the texter who we miss so much.
Dick.
Looking at the past 7 days so you don't have to. You could join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060.
We've been told that perfect mornings exist for the lucky few. That morning people own the waking hours. But the truth is, mornings belong to all of us. Your mornings are what you make of them. All it takes is saying yes. Starbucks Morning Yes.
Look for Starbucks coffee in a grocery store near you, then sit back and enjoy the exceptional taste of Starbucks at home.
Hi, this is Chickless Goose from Counterclockwise KC. Listen to our program each and every Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. right here on KCTK Radio. Personality driven radio.
Hi guys, it's your old friend Paul from KCTK Radio, reminding you again to download the KCTK Radio app. You're listening and you're going, I don't need the app, but you do need the app. Here's why. It's free, okay? You already got Candy Crush, all kinds of jackleg apps on your phone.
It's free.
Yeah, just get it for free. And then if you ever want to participate live sometime, you can put the notification on there. Also, you always can get the podcast on there as soon as they come out. So it's a fun thing to do. I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you, please. You're going to have fun. I've noticed something about you. You need to relax a little bit. You know, you need to kind of chill out.
Get away from TikTok.
Yeah, get away from TikTok for a little bit and listen to the KCTK Radio app. It's free. It will get into your brain and it will never leave you. So join us on the KCTK Radio app and have fun for once in your life. Do it the KCTK podcast way.
I'm excited to tell you about Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing. Blue cheese dressing with a little kick. Bronco Blue is an artisan-made salad dressing dip created in small batches. It is like no other salad dressing you've ever had, and it's made right here in Kansas City. Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing is made by our favorite chef here in Kansas City, Stephanie Broncato. And Stephanie's been making this dressing since she was 10 years old. This is her secret recipe, and one of the only ones she won't share with you because it's that good. Bronco Blue is a small batch, artisan-made blue cheese dressing with only the finest ingredients, with no preservatives. It is like no other blue cheese dressing you've ever had. And you, folks, should try a jar today. You won't regret it. And you can get it by the pint or half pint, your choice. Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing, the official dressing of KCTK Radio. Now, I want you to go right now to www.broncobluecheesedressing.com. Again, it's www.broncobluecheesedressing.com to place your order today. Get Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing with a little kick, and tell them that Bo, the official Bronco of Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing, sent you.
We're background to them.
Welcome back to Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul, starring Boogie, introducing the Texter. It's great to be back. I'm a little more focused, have some more caffeine. Mm-hmm. And we're going to give you the professional show that you paid for, everybody.
No, well, that explains it.
You're getting everything you paid for.
Getting your yeah.
That's right.
Getting your dollar's worth out of this. Every penny.
We're going to do a feature which you haven't heard in a while. It's called Showbiz News. Pop culture news.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Should I have a pop culture?
Yeah, it was in that email.
I got to start reading those.
I love your integrity that you keep sending them.
Oh, thanks.
I have to so you can write these jokes.
Right.
I do that part.
He gets the news and then, but there's just a couple interesting things about pop culture that the people need to know about.
Okay.
And again, if they don't hear from us, where are they going to hear it from?
There's nowhere else to
Charlatans.
get it.
Back to you, Chris.
Hey, thanks, Paul. Prosecutors say the suspects in Matthew Perry's death took advantage of him. A cadre of people linked to Matthew Perry, including doctors and North Hollywood's alleged ketamine queen, took advantage of his vulnerability as a recovering addict
Ketamine queen.
and supplied the beloved actor.
We have a, what is that?
Unable to start broadcasting on Facebook Live. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
We just got kicked off Facebook, but we're coming back.
We just got hacked by...
Okay, we're back.
By Iran.
We got hacked by the Iran.
Yeah. Probably all the people that wanted to come on to it, watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Yeah.
You're talking about ketamine, and I did the great ketamine queen joke. It killed. Everyone was laughing and high-fiving.
God.
But Facebook didn't get it. Back to you, Chris.
Thanks, Paul. Prosecutors say the suspects in Matthew Perry's death took advantage of him. A cadre of people linked to Matthew Perry, including doctors and North Hollywood's alleged ketamine queen, took advantage of his vulnerability as a recovering addict and supplied the beloved actor with the drug that would ultimately kill him, prosecutors say.
It was awesome.
Now 5 people are charged in connection with Perry's death. Perry, who starred as Chandler Bing on Friends, died last October at age 54. His body was found floating face down in a standalone jacuzzi at his Pacific Palisades home. He died from acute effects of ketamine and subsequent drowning, according to an autopsy report. I read a little bit about this. Very sad.
It is sad, and when someone beloved, well, really, when anyone dies from such a from drugs, and I think we see it a lot in this, the problem that we're having in communities around the country with people taking drugs, but it's just there's such a desire to find a villain.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to call him a villain, but Matthew was an addict. Okay? With all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if these people did wrong, they need to not do that wrong. But the reason he died is because he did not take the drugs right. Do you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. that you can't put all the blame on other folks.
Yeah, but I think that's what people want to do. These drugs are coming in from the border and stuff. It's like where there's a demand, there's going to be a supply, and we have to. What we should do is give people health care, number one, and mental health care, and help people who are addicts, because we don't do that. We put them in jail or we do something like that. And then when they die, we look around for a victim because we love that person. They couldn't have done anything wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the villain is the addiction itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I did read, and I don't know.
But you know more about this, so maybe I'm wrong about...
Well, so there's text messages between, like, I don't know if it was the ketamine queen and one of the doctors, but the one they're highlighting, because I'm sure it's clickbait, was... I wonder how much this moron will be willing to pay for the ketamine. They're like, ugh, God, come on. And he spent like $55,000 on ketamine before his death.
Yeah.
I just, wow.
So,
I mean, that kind of is villain behavior.
But
I may retract my statement.
But ketamine is one of those, as we learn more about things, we know it can be used to help people, right? And we know, like any other drug, it can be abused.
Right.
But they're gouging him. If they didn't gouge him, would he have still took it? Probably.
Yeah.
The guy was an addict. He was in pain, and he used it to make himself feel better.
Yeah, they think he relapsed a few months before he died into addictive behavior, but I don't know if it was just ketamine or other stuff or what.
Yeah, it just, again, we were someone, I think it was Boogie, brought up this week, Danny Kaye was great. I shared a story I heard about him that he was a troubled guy. Who was funnier than Matthew Perry? They say that he would derail the Friends set because he could deliver lines and be so funny that they would just laugh their ass off. And wow. Like, we got to get back to work. He was so troubled, man. It's so sad.
So troubled. Did you hear him say on the reunion, like, he could look back at different seasons and be like, oh, I was fat there. That means I was drinking. Oh, I was skinny there. That means I was on pills.
Yeah.
Like, he could tell what form his addiction was taking just by looking at himself physically.
Did he, if you read this, I should know this, but did he die of ketamine overdose? Overdose?
Yeah.
Or
they say he died of the effects of ketamine, and then that made him, I don't know if he died before he drowned or
passed out and then drowned.
Yeah, but they said he had enough ketamine in his system that it was enough that it would put someone under for general anesthesia for an operation. So it was a ton of ketamine. Yeah.
It's sad because I don't know if I have some friends who have used it it's helped them.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like, oh, I don't know. People try to be responsible. Back to me, Chris.
Hey, that's fair. Paul.
Here's some lighter news.
Oh.
Than death. Dan and
it's been quite a theme.
I was going to
today.
say a lot of death.
Yes.
Dan and Eugene Levy to host the 76th Emmy Awards. The father and duo, Eugene and Dan Levy, who co-starred in the Emmy-winning sitcom Schitt's Creek, has been named as host of the 76th Emmy Awards. For two Canadians who won our Emmys in a literal quarantine tent, the idea of being asked to host this year in an actual theater was incentive enough, Eugene and Dan Levy said in a statement. I wonder if they both said at the same time. We're thrilled to be able to raise a glass to this extraordinary season of television and can't wait to spend the evening with you all on September 15th. I don't watch shows, the award shows, but I'm going to watch it now.
Yeah, I think
Eugene Levy's one of the funniest people there ever done have been.
Yeah, they're fun together. Schitt's Creek was such a great show, and Eugene's been hilarious in everything he's in.
Yeah. So there's something to look forward to, and that's better than death. Back to you, Chris.
Hey, thanks, Paul. Taylor Swift makes no mention of foiled Vienna terror plot as she resumes Eras tour. Taylor Swift returned to the stage at London's Wembley Stadium on Thursday, just over a week after 3 of her Eras Tour concerts in Vienna were canceled when police in the Austrian city thwarted a terror attack plot targeting one of her shows. Swift did not acknowledge the situation at Thursday's show, as some anticipated. She began the concert as usual by welcoming the audience with a short speech about how much of a delight and a thrill it is to perform for them. The superstar is also yet to make a comment about the matter on her social media. I think it's smart.
Yes.
Just don't give it attention. Just don't feed it.
Yeah, social media is just terrible.
Correct.
Because people are criticizing her for not saying anything, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Second, the social media I see, because I'm a Swiftie, well, now Taylor's going to be for Trump because Trump is better against terrorists.
Oh, my God.
What?
And then the people saying she needs to shut up about politics because she said on an offhanded thing that she probably likes Harris for president.
Oh, she should just shut up and sing.
But she hasn't come out and like did a speech or any even, and it just is absolutely nuts. I think she doesn't say anything because she was told, "Don't say nothing. We're trying to figure all this out. Don't say anything." That's what I think.
That could be it.
Yeah.
I just think, regardless, I just think it's smart. Don't feed into it. But I will say Jane has gotten into this thing. It's this group of people that they go to one of her shows and then they live stream it from their phone.
Yes.
And you can watch it.
Yes.
So she was watching one yesterday. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I think she's moving quicker through her stuff. Like she's speeding up the tour a little bit. I don't know if that's true or not.
She's been doing it for over a year.
Yeah, I can't imagine
for
the
3
energy
hours
that takes.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
Mercy.
since we're talking about Taylor Swift, here is the big question of the week.
Yeah.
The word is that she will be done with her tour until the end of October or 1st of November. That she'll be in a place called Kansas City.
Oh.
With her boyfriend up until the time.
Really?
So the social media was telling me, hey, if you see her, leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Let's be Kansas City. Let's be Kansas City.
Yeah.
Polite people. And the first question is, what would you say to him if you ran into Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
I wouldn't be able to say anything.
Would you try to take a picture or
no?
No.
Okay. Which leads to the second question. Can I do that?
I was going to say, I think the question is, what would you do?
Yeah.
Well, the question is,
what do
you think I'll do? Of course, I'm going to have to say something, right?
Yeah, you won't be able to control yourself.
The right thing to do would be not.
Correct.
But we're talking about what would Paul do.
Mm-hmm.
So your predictions.
Yeah. You'll make a fool of yourself, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
So, and just to be
in
clear,
a consistent manner?
Yes.
Okay, thank
you. To be clear, her tour is over October-ish. So she's going to be in Kansas City from...
No. It's taking a break. They go back in October, end of October. So, like, the show, I think, either the one this weekend or next weekend is the last with a big break. So
it's like a month or so.
So the word is she's going to be around for a month.
Oh, okay. I'm with you now.
And they live over there, or he lives over there off... it's Hallbrook, kind of south of Hallbrook, even bigger than most Hallbrook areas.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to Trader Joe's, which they say they see Travis there a lot.
Oh.
And let's say you're having a nice dinner at, I don't know, Bamboo Pennies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see Travis and Taylor come in.
Yeah. I mean, I probably should try to keep it together, shouldn't I?
Yes.
You should.
You don't think I will?
No.
Okay.
I think her security will help keep you in line, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys have any suggestions, you can give us a text or shoot me a message on what you think I should maybe not go over in that area for a while.
Yeah,
maybe
just
just take a wide berth. Yeah.
Yeah, just stay away.
But they're both so beautiful.
I saw the.
Don't you think they should know that?
I'm sure they do. I finally saw the trailer for his show that he's doing with Niecy Nash, which I thought, Travis Kelce, Niecy Nash is going to be just hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not at all. It's creepy as fuck. It looks very American Horror Story-ish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, this is a twist.
Okay.
So he may like actually act.
Wow.
And I'm saying that as opposed to comedy, which I know good comedy is acting too.
Well, you know,
But I mean, like
Interesting.
drama.
Yeah.
but you do know that I watched reruns of Love Boat, and Roger Greer was on there, and he was a very gentle man. So sometimes,
Oh,
sometimes, yeah.
I had to process it for a second.
Yeah,
And then I
I
got
did
it.
too.
And then I thought, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a name from the past.
Of course.
I'm willing to bet not one person listening to this knows who that is.
Also, I know you guys are big fans of Father Murphy or Little House on the Prairie.
Mm-hmm.
They say Merle
Haggard.
Olsen
Merlin Olsen
was one of the roughest, toughest football players there ever had done been.
Yeah.
But he was a gentle priest in the pioneer age.
Was it Dick Butkus who was on Webster?
No, but it was
Alex
Karras,
Karras.
who also
Yeah.
was a monster.
Yeah.
He wasn't a Webster. He was a loving father.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand that?
Wasn't he also Mongo in Blazing Saddles?
He sure was.
Yeah.
And he punched a horse.
Yeah, he did. He knocked it out.
Knocked out the horse.
Yeah. Candygram for Mongo.
I'm glad that I brought this stuff up to make you think, well, it's not that crazy for Travis to do that.
Yeah, good point.
Mm-hmm. I remember
Rosie Greer.
Mean Joe Green was on the Brady Bunch one time.
Sure was.
Yeah. So was Joe Namath, as a matter of fact. Wow.
Is there someone named Don Drysdale?
Yeah, he was a pitcher, I think.
I feel like he was on there all the time. And
He
I was,
may have been,
and I was
too.
supposed to know who he was, and I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I think he played for the Dodgers way back when. You wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
If it was Paul Splittorff, yeah, you'd be all over it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Back to you, Chris.
I'm sure what tiny audience we have. They're probably like, what the fuck are they talking about? What is happening?
I love it. Oh, back to you, Paul.
man.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Chris. Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in new Avengers movie. Robert Downey Jr. is making his return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's not what you think. Instead of stepping back in the role of the legendary Iron Man suit, the comic book character that he portrayed in over 9 MCU movies, he will be playing Doctor Doom in a new movie titled Avengers Doomsday. New mask, new task. Or new mask, same task, Downey Jr. said, according to video footage posted online from inside Hall H. What is wrong with me?
What help him?
What did I tell you? I like playing complicated characters. I think you guys knew this. We may have even brought it up before, but you're a big Marvel guy, Chris.
I love Marvel.
You know that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm struggling with this one a little bit. He was fantastic as Iron Man. Maybe let somebody else do Doctor Doom. Maybe get a new actor, entirely new take on comic books for that. I don't know.
I think they know that they're on the downward slide.
So they're trying to pull in the Iron Man fans. Like, oh, good, we get Downey Jr. again.
Yeah, because he was great in his role. Now, what's going to piss me off, and they don't want to hear it from me when I'm pissed off, because you guys will.
Oh, no.
If he is somehow some type of other version of Tony Stark, it's really going to piss me off.
Oh,
I'm so done with multiverses.
They've already said that's the case.
I heard it wasn't.
Yeah, that he's Tony Stark from a different thingy, and instead of taking the Iron Man route, he went Doctor Doom route.
Come on, man. Just let the guy just be.
Yeah, I feel like it's lazy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's lazy cash grab.
Yeah.
To try to, like you said, Paul, try to keep him afloat. So let's
And
bring him
maybe-
back, and it kind of shits all over the end game.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
death. So now that whole movie just feels like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It messes with the integrity.
So he is a variant of Tony Stark.
That's the way I understood it.
Ugh.
I'm just kind of done with the comic book movies. I hate to be like the texter.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of there. Fatigue for me.
Do you think you'll even go back and watch Deadpool and Wolverine again?
I don't think I will. I'm glad I saw it, but I don't think I'll watch it
The
again.
further I am away from it, the less I liked it.
I still liked it as much. It's just that, yeah, kind of. It's like, I get it.
Yeah,
I got it.
it's
I
that-
saw
that's it.
It was great. It was hilarious. I still quote it, but it's like, I get it.
Yeah, I understand. I get the joke.
And I hate to say this, but I watched The Batman again.
Yeah.
No good.
Not so much.
Not so much.
See, I could watch that again.
It'd be interesting if you watch it again. What you think of it. It's just not as good as
I've already
thought it
I've
was.
already watched it probably 3 times, 3
Okay.
or 4. Maybe
Oh,
even
wow.
more.
You think it's as good as when it first?
It's not fair. Here's the thing. Batman is my Donald Trump. Like, it doesn't matter what format he's in, I will watch it religiously.
I will too, but it's just not as good as I tell you what, and I'm a real victim of this. There was a movie that I remember walking out of the movie and thinking, this is so good. I can't believe it. This is so embarrassing. It was Batman and Robin.
Oh, wow, with the nipples on the suit.
Ouch.
And then I watched it a few years ago, and it is the worst.
Oh,
thing.
it is steaming garbage.
I knew that one was bad back then.
I was just I was in it. I was just, yay.
Okay.
And I feel like I was with the Batman. But it just troubled me how bad he was at being Bruce Wayne.
I do agree. Yeah, he was a bad Bruce Wayne.
He was and I don't even think it's on the actor, Robert Pattinson.
Agreed.
It's on whoever directed him.
Yeah.
Not knowing, like you've watched the Cape Crusader.
Yes.
That whole thing is that he is his real mask is Bruce Wayne. He's
right.
It's all part of it. That had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
This isn't a comic book movie, but I talked about Cedar Rapids, the movie last week.
Yeah.
I watched it 2 more times this week.
Wow.
I cannot get enough of that movie.
Who's in it and what's it about?
Ed Helms, John C. Reilly, Anne Heche, the guy that plays Lieutenant Dangle from Reno 911. God, I just
Okay,
love
I have
it.
to watch it again. Now I watched the other night. I watched Nobody again.
Oh yeah,
that's a crazy movie.
That is crazy. It's violent.
Very violent. Good.
Yeah,
but very violent.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched another thing to recommend, Bad Monkey with Vince Vaughn.
Oh
on
yeah,
Apple.
is that any good?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, because it's Vince Vaughn.
The clips I've seen, that's my problem. It's like, it's Vince Vaughn just fucking being Vince Vaughn. Like,
yeah, it's awesome.
I get it. Oh, okay, fair enough.
He's not super Vince Vaughn. He's just, I mean, he's not as good as he was in old school. I would. Speaking of Pat Ketting, I mean,
that was a
that's-
performance for the ages. But
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, you mentioned the guy that plays Dangle.
Yeah.
The funniest thing he ever did was, I remember they were getting investigated by Internal Affairs, and the dude is sitting at the table and he's interviewing Dangle, and Dangle's like, "Yeah, we have the best, the best cops in my thing, and we blah blah blah, and we're dedicated and attention to detail," and he rambles off all this thing. The guy goes, "Yeah, did you know your ball's hanging out right now?"
Now that was my favorite scene in Reno because he was like, and I'm aware of everything that goes on in this department. I run a tight ship. Oh, are you aware that your ball's hanging out right now?
Now that's the actor Tom Lennon.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
God.
I watched an episode just the other day. There was, for a short amount of time, The Odd Couple with Tom Lennon and Matthew Perry.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Matthew's gone. But a few years ago, if I would have told you there was going to be an Odd Couple of them, you'd be like, this is going to be the funniest show ever. Terrible.
I never saw an episode, so it's not worth going to watch.
No.
Wow. Yeah.
Matthew was not on his game, and I don't think, I don't know. But sometimes it's just that way, everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just that way.
Well, he has a small part in. I don't want to set up too high. It's a
Oh,
very
okay.
small part in that movie, but a great movie.
Fair enough.
We got you all up to date with everything that happened. And so we wanted to look ahead to the next week. In our special feature, I'll go ahead and read this. Biden, Obama, Clintons to headline Democratic National Convention speakers. President Joe Biden, former President Barack Obama, and Bill and Hillary Clinton are among the headline speakers at next week's Democratic National Convention in Chicago, according to a source familiar with the plans.
Oh.
It's not me, guys. Biden will speak Monday night during an opening event of the convention and will pay tribute to the 81-year-old Democratic president who last month in his re-election campaign, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who ran unsuccessfully for president in 2016 but got more popular vote than Trump did. I'm sorry, I'm editorializing. Will also address the convention Monday. Obama will speak Tuesday. Clinton will speak Wednesday. I haven't seen Clinton speak in a while.
I haven't either.
He's so freaking great when he's good, but I wonder, he's getting up there too.
Yep.
Tim Walz will speak on Wednesday, and then Kamala Harris on Thursday.
So wait, to get this right, Monday is Biden, Hillary. Tuesday is Obama. Wednesday is Clinton by himself.
No, okay. Let's go back.
Sorry.
Monday is Biden, Hillary.
Yep.
Tuesday,
Obama.
Okay. Wednesday is Clinton, Walz. And Thursday is Harris.
Got it.
Okay.
What about Kid Rock?
Well, and then this is kind of neat too. Jason Carter will speak, they don't know when, on behalf of Jimmy Carter.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did I share that thing with you guys that he told his son, like, I just want to make it to see her get elected?
Yes.
I'm hanging on for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he wanted to cast his vote for the first black female president in American history.
So I'm thinking John Kerry, Al Gore, who they missing? Those guys I bet you're speaking to sometime.
Probably. I wonder if any of the other potential VP picks, is Shapiro going to speak or...
You know, you guys know this. I got to go to the 2008 convention. I was a super delegate for Barack Obama.
Well, you were pretty good.
I didn't call myself that. That's what they called me.
Sure.
And it was a lot of fun. And they have things going on all day long. Okay? So C-SPAN will have it all. But everyone speaks. I bet to this, the people that are running for, what's the name of the guy that we were talking about earlier that's running for U.S. Senate, who's the Democratic nominee?
Lucas Kuntz.
Yes, I always seem to get his name wrong.
You do, willfully.
They'll probably let him speak sometime.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know, Tuesday at 11 o'clock in the day, something like that.
What a cool experience you got to do that for.
Yeah,
real.
it was fun. And I the reason I got to was as minority leader at the time. So committed to, and it was, if you remember that, it was up when we were doing delegates and choosing delegates, it was a real tight race between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. By the time we got there, it was all Obama. But some people went as Clinton delegates, Trent Skaggs, and lost. He lost.
Oh.
I mean, he was a loser.
Did you rub it in his face?
Absolutely. I
Good.
did.
He deserves it.
Yeah, and I'll do that again when I see him again. So it just is, it's a really interesting thing because it's very antiquated. But now it's more of a TV show than anything else. I think it actually used to do things. And I think it really throws everyone off that people go to the primary, vote for Joe Biden, and now he's not running. Hey, wait, I thought we legally voted this person. No, you just voted for people to go to a group of people, a convention, and decide.
What I think
it's weird.
Is cool is they should come out of they should have a bump coming out of the DNC. You know, it should raise excitement, and they're already riding that wave. So I really hope that just continues here.
Now, I have also heard that I disagree with, and I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. They are specifically making it a non-celebrity because they want to have that more serious tone compared to Kid Rock and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I kind of disagree with that.
Do you?
Yeah, you know who I'd like to see there.
Taylor Swift.
Right.
I know.
Actually,
we all know.
I actually like to see her on this program. That's it. That's the answer. I found back to our old segment. I know exactly what I'm going to say to her. When you're in town, come do our show, and it'll be great. And I know that will, with my charm and presentation skills, she'll probably be on soon.
Yeah, yeah.
She's so nice, and I feel like Travis is so nice. They may actually consider it.
Oh my gosh. I would love to see how starstruck you'd be if she was on the show.
You've only encouraged me.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So, do you guys agree with that they shouldn't have celebrities?
I was going to say, do you think it's in response to the Trump campaign that said these last couple of rallies, hers were only so much bigger than his because, or maybe it was the VP's rallies. I can't remember.
No, it was like the Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, well, it was only because you had
I think
stars there. So do you think it's in response to that to
I
say,
do.
look,
They're overcorrecting?
Yeah, exactly.
And I say, no. You open up with Megan Thee Stallion, you get them all in there. I don't know what celebrities. George Clooney, he had a lot to do with. He was one of those straws that broke the camel's back for Biden backing out.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't care if he spoke. He's part of the team. I don't know. I think I feel like culture has moved on, and we can't try to play this. Oh, we're serious. Oh, let's take a look at this tip for no tax for tips and see. Fuck it. We got an election to win. Bring everybody in. Bring them all in. Promise the world. Let's get elected.
But I do think if they have a really successful convention, if they are riding a bump coming out of it, and they have all of these, elder statespeople of the Democratic Party speak, and it makes the party look good and it makes them look grounded and real. By contrast, it makes the Kid Rock, Hulk Hogan stuff look as ridiculous as it really is.
Yeah, but I also think you could have real celebrities.
Well, I mean, couldn't you kind of meet in the middle? Like instead of doing Bruno Mars, maybe you could do the Michael Jackson / Bruno Mars guy.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It'd be a little cheaper.
The Jam guy.
You could do Jam.
Maybe it's just celebrity impersonators they bring in.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, we can be fun.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do it to where
Ladies and gentlemen, Elton Dan.
Woo! But here's what's sad about this. You and your jokes over there, Chris. Mm-hmm. Elton Dan is a more reputable person than Kid Rock.
Yes, it's true.
True.
It is true.
Very true.
So, I don't know. I just think some cultural thing, because the Republican Party is all about cultural grievances and everything.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't voting on policies; they're using their culture to vote. And let's lean into it a little bit.
Well,
I don't
say
and
keep
maybe
doing it at rallies. Keep bringing celebrities to rally. Maybe the convention, you treat it like something a little more sacred or serious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that we need to have them playing WAP. What's the name of who's that performer?
Cardi B.
Cardi B opening up for here playing WAP, and then here comes Kamala Harris.
That would not
be wrong.
go over well.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
would not go over well. Yeah, I'm with you.
But some activist people would be fine that are in the culture.
Maybe have Waylon and Madam come out and do a little comedy for the folks out there.
That would be great.
Captain and Teal.
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I got to come up with something funny. Okay. Now, will you watch it? That's the thing.
I will. Mm-hmm. I won't watch it all, but I will watch some of it.
Mm-hmm. Will you watch it?
I will record it, and that's why I was asking the breakdown of who's gonna. And I'm interested in all 4 nights. So
and it'll all be prime time. These people that we talked about.
Yeah.
Do you think that Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. Who am I missing here? Well, just those. Do you think they'll give good speeches? Those guys?
I think so.
If past history is any indication of future performance, I would say so.
Do you think Barack Obama will do better than, I don't know, Hulk Hogan at speaking?
Maybe.
He might not rip his shirt off as easy as Hulk did. But yeah, but Clinton's the one I don't know, because you mentioned he's getting up there. I've not heard him do an address in a long time.
I bet he's gonna kill it.
He probably
I bet he's
will.
gonna
He will.
fucking
He has.
slay it.
And I remember for the last convention, he has just a way to break it down in a really understandable, not hysteric, but not super inspirational, but just break down what's really going on with things. A great explainer of stuff. Brock's more inspirational, I would think. Hillary, I don't think is a great speaker, but, and I wonder even having her, but she did not shatter the glass ceiling, but she sure did crack it a lot.
Yeah.
To now, it's not even a deal that much that a woman is. So she's an inspirational person and so smart, smarter than all those people. I
I'm
think.
sure. Yeah.
And Biden will do great because he'll have his teleprompter and he'll be prepared.
Yes.
You know, but he's never been as good as Obama or Clinton in speaking.
No.
You know the reason I think Bill Clinton is gonna kill it?
Yeah.
I think you were a little worried about his age. I think we're so hypersensitive to it right now that they wouldn't even put him up there if that would be an issue.
You're probably right.
So I think they're
Yeah.
already like, yeah, he's gonna kill it. It's good.
Yeah.
Was it Tuesday or Wednesday night?
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let's check the schedule.
He will be Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
No, Wednesday night. Sorry.
So he's even closer to her than Obama. So I feel like it's progressively, there's a progression to the speakers. I feel like he's going to murder it in a good way.
I hope so. I hope so.
Anybody you would like to see there that we haven't talked
No,
about?
that's not on the list.
I hope that they do have a Shapiro or that
Mark
guy
Kelly
who's that guy out of Kentucky? He's the governor.
Yeah. Oh my, Andy
Brashear.
Yeah.
Rooney?
Yeah.
I
Andy
like
Rooney.
to...
Gavin Newsom, I like to see.
I was going to say, I'd like to see a little Gavin Newsom, and
Yeah.
I'd like to see a little Buttigieg.
Oh, yeah, Buttigieg. Yeah.
Yes. You got to have Pete. He's got to be up there.
Yeah.
So you kind of have these guys who are our past heroes into our current hero and our future heroes.
Exactly.
Gavin Newsom. Can he do it without beast mode?
Maybe I'd like to see beast mode. Maybe beast mode is our Kid Rock.
Okay.
That's the extreme.
Yeah.
That's the extreme side of the celebrity that we go is beast mode.
Have you been listening to the new podcast with Gavin Newsom and beast mode?
I haven't.
I listened to a little bit of it.
Okay. I cannot tell you how much I love Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
He's with the governor and the other guy is he's an agent. They get more derailed than we do because of Marshawn.
It's bad.
Okay?
Really?
It's bad.
And our listeners right now are going, I don't believe it. But Marshawn Lynch is a really I would love to talk to him because he is so smart. But he grew up kind of poor in a rough neighborhood, and he carries it with him, and he is so himself.
He is unapologetically himself.
So when Gavin Newsom says something, they had Jimmy Kimmel on too. And, well, I don't know if you can do that. And Marshawn, this is, you got to swing those nuts, Gavin. You got to swing those nuts. And what's so great about it is, I know I'm going deep on this stuff, but I really felt it. I knew exactly what he was talking about. And he wasn't doing it out of shock. He was talking the way he talks.
Right. But there was a real point behind
And there was
what
a
he was
real
saying.
point behind it, an intelligent,
Right.
God, that's insightful point.
Yep.
Wow.
And I don't think we see a lot of people like that. I think even like Patrick Mahomes he's got media training and You know, most of these sports guys, they get the media training, and they would not with the governor of California, which, by the way, they say is the 4th largest GDP in the world. Talking about an important person, right?
Yes. Telling him to swing those nuts.
Yeah, you would think, because most guys would be like, I'm on there, I got to straighten it up. But he's just so much himself that I really admire him, and he makes me laugh.
Wow.
He makes me laugh a lot.
Hell yes, my neighbor. You know I had to get on that podcast and get paid, my guy.
Forgot
Fuck
about
those
that.
smartless boys. The past week, next week program has its own alcoholic and gay guy. You fellas. Very good point, Paul. You are right again. What's good, my neighbors? Welcome to Past Week. Next week, we got a fantastic lineup for you, including an exclusive news quiz. But first, let's dive into what's been going on with my boys. I am still riding with Biden. Go Joe in 2024.
A little outdated there.
Yeah, little.
And finally,
personally, I am glad that Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. Pop stars love football players. Did I ever tell you about the one night I fucked Adele?
Here we go.
I was definitely rolling in the deep, baby.
That was all made up. That was all made up. But it
AI.
sounds. But I did a good job writing the script for the eight
You
because it
did.
sounds like them.
Yeah.
Totally.
And we're bringing this one to the top.
Very good point, Paul. You are right again.
Oh boy.
We're going to be doing that. Quite
Boy,
a bit.
you love that one.
Well, it's accurate. You know, it may be AI, but it's accurate. That was our special feature.
Oh, that was good. Everybody's prepped and ready for the DNC.
Yep. We're ready for the DNC. I don't know how much I'm going to watch it, though. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to record it, too. I'm going to see how they report it and then watch the truth.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because Trump had this thing, was it this week or last week? Trump stuff goes together where he's talking about inflation. And he has a bunch of like a Tic Tac and cereal all around him and talking about how terrible prices are. He's at a golf course that he owns. He says, I haven't had Cheerios in a long time. I'm going to take those back to my place. And they don't have any there's no explanation of why we're having a high inflation and what he would do to solve it.
Well, that's his shtick.
And everywhere on social media is, well, gas is high and things cost too more. Now, the Democrats are leaning into this, we're being gouged, which I think is correct, but it's not the full solution, right? It just isn't. Well, these MAGA people don't want any explanation of things. They just want to say they're lying.
Right.
But the question is, are they lying to themselves?
Of
when
course.
they say, well, gas was lower, then that's why I'm going to support Trump. Do they really think that, or they're just trying to use the talking point because they don't like the black lady?
You know the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen so
I mean,
many
that's really what
post
it came
the
down
meme.
to.
This is the real choice come November, and it's a picture of Kamala with $6 and something a gallon gas, and then below a picture of Trump with $1.75 a gallon gas.
So
they want it that simplified so they can vote with their anger and emotions, but believe it's based on.
But they don't really believe that the president can do something about all that stuff after a pandemic. They don't really believe that, do they?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You think they really believe that we wouldn't have had inflation if Trump would have got reelected?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
They're really that dumb?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm having more. I lean more into they just don't like black people. It's really what I think has a lot to do with
There's
it.
absolutely a certain percentage of that too.
Yeah.
Both things can be
They
true.
would cut their nose off,
I think that's
despite
it,
their
buddy.
face. Just that they would cut an appendage off just so they could say they had to win.
Yeah.
Over the party and the black lady.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah. You are trying to rationalize what is emotional. You're bringing logic into emotion.
Okay, I'll stop doing that. And everything will be fine and we'll understand. We got you prepared for the next week. Man, dude, we did a good job there. But also we do it when we do headlines and predictions. also as well.
Yes,
And
also.
the way we do that is doing it right now. Chris?
Yeah,
you wanna tell
folks.
people all about this.
Yeah, this is a segment where we take actual news stories ripped from the headlines and we write our own punchlines, turning serious hard news into hilarious jokes. So here's an example. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris made a joint appearance at an event focused on prescription drug costs. The Biden administration announced the results of historic Medicare drug price negotiations that will save an estimated $6 billion when lower prices take effect for some medicines in 2026. Side effects of this initiative may include increased savings for patients, intense feelings of support, decreased disdain for the pharma industry, and oily discharge. Paul? You really like this one.
I love it because I was hoping you would go to oily discharge.
Seriously?
Yes,
Oh,
you
that's
did it.
funny.
Our
Yeah.
minds are there. Thanks, Chris. Bulletproof glass will surround former President Donald Trump as the campaign rallies moving forward as the Secret Service aims to increase security on the campaign trail. The heightened safety measures are implemented in the wake of the assassination attempt against Trump at his rally last month in Butler, Pennsylvania. Additional precautions also include increasing the number of agents and certain technological changes. Ballistic glass is commonly used to protect sitting presidents. Unfortunately, the bulletproof glass only stops items going towards Trump. It doesn't protect us from all the lies coming from Trump.
Oh.
Chris?
That was good. Hundreds of thousands of people are being advised to evacuate in parts of Japan as Typhoon Ampel approaches the capital. The storm, located 121 nautical miles southeast of Yokosuka, Greater Tokyo, has intensified to the equivalent strength of a Category 4 hurricane, according to the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. More than 400,000 people in total were issued evacuation advisories near the East Coast. This has sparked former President Trump to proclaim that, according to his Sharpie, Typhoon Ampel could even hit Alabama. Paul?
Thanks, Chris.
Sure.
Mediators in talks for a ceasefire agreement between Hamas and Israel are making a last-minute effort this week to revive stalled negotiations as the Middle East braces for the Iranian attack on Israel. Qatar, Egypt, and the U.S. were expected to present a plan to implement a deal that could bring about a ceasefire in the 10-month-long war in Gaza and free the remaining hostages. But the leftists protesting against Harris in Chicago next week will probably solve the problem sooner than that. Chris? I'm hating those people too.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of hating, wait till you hear this.
Okay.
Minor league baseball team, the Lake County Captains, has installed a row of toilets behind home plate. The Cleveland Guardians affiliated High A team in Eastlake, Ohio now features Roto-Rooter Row at its home park, a line of 8 high-end toilet seats that are available for fans to watch the game from at a premium price. With the purchase of these thrones, fans have access to specialized reading material and a bathroom attendant named Horatio. Any regular fans are allowed to buy the tickets, but these seats might be better suited for those that aren't so regular. Paul?
Thanks, Chris. And in related news somehow, I don't know if you read this one.
I didn't, no.
Mary Jacobs, the owner of what might be Europe's largest collection of deadpans, started her unusual hobby while helping out with rummage sales at the Salvation Army in 1984. She now has 136 different bedpans and a wee problem. She has run out of room to store them. Her attempt to unload them in an auction last month failed to attract many bidders. Mary said, "I hope they go to a good home. They're clean, washed, and in fantastic conditions." But many buyers say Mary is full of shit, much like the deadpans.
We ended up with 2 shit jokes.
We sure did. Yay!
Oh, my.
Can you say it real quick just so it's all of us?
Goes all the way back to, Kamala being shit girl.
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of death and a lot of shit during this,
Yeah,
this episode.
this has been a weird episode.
Wow.
It sure has.
I'm not not saying bad, just weird.
Okay, I'll say it. I'll say it then. I'll say it then.
Okay, fair
So,
enough.
what do you guys got going on for the next week? You got a week coming up. Everyone knows that.
Boy, do we. Well, I'm meeting my old boss, Doug, for happy hour tomorrow after work. So, haven't seen Doug in a long time. Excited to meet up with him.
Now, you reported to him when you worked at Sprint, right?
Correct.
Was
Yep.
he? Who was your favorite person of all the different people you reported to?
Oh man, it's so hard. No, I think so. I reported to you.
Okay, thanks.
Shortly
What about
after
you?
I
What about
started.
you?
But you remember how many
So
people?
I was kind of the greatest leader you've ever known. Okay, that's what I just heard.
Yeah, sure.
What else has been going on?
But do you remember people were very concerned, like, oh, but you guys are friends. You can't, like, they were afraid it was going to blow up or something if I reported to you.
Yes.
It was
didn't.
great.
And it didn't because of you. Because if you were.
Well, no, because
you were that professional. I have a guy who worked for another guy for me who said they're going to pick up a car and went to Oklahoma. And I thought it was funny. I was not a good boss to him.
Okay. So you're not saying you were the best boss for everyone, but just for me.
No, I'm saying that I was the best boss that ever has been. And if you want to look at the Kansas City Journal, according to Monica McAtee, you can't.
Oh, that's
Business
true.
Journal. But,
That's right.
But I'm saying this. I'm saying that you officially working for me, it worked because you were good.
Oh, well, thank you.
I had nothing to do with me.
Well, I don't agree with
tell
that,
you,
but
maybe
thank you.
Boogie worked for me. He knows I was not good.
It's true.
Yeah.
No argument there.
So what else you got going on this week?
Man, that's really about it. I don't know if it'll be this week, but definitely in the near future, need to get together with Boogie and and I think you are going to come as well, Paul. But talk about this wedding that's coming up.
Is that still going on?
As of right now, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Good.
it is. Yes, it is, and I'm painfully excited about it.
Yeah, so we got to get to the bottom of what you want in your service, and
Is everything set up like caters, flowers, all that stuff?
Yeah, it's all set up, ready to go, and again, all joking aside, has like carried 98% of it.
I was just going to ask if that's mostly because of you or because of Whitney. So you're saying it's because of Whitney?
1,000%.
She's just a very organized person.
She's very organized. She actually likes doing this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So that
Do you like doing
it? No. So that really helped. One of her best friends is helping her with it. So
nice.
Yes. Yeah. I'm lucky. I'm
be
very, very lucky.
It'll be a great day for her. Hope she remembers that.
Yep.
She's throwing a party, but it's really for her, so she needs to make sure she has a good time too.
Yeah. She's good at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That's all you got going on for the week, huh?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other thing, any little other thing I got going on.
I think I would like to go back in time and somehow be wealthy and make August a full vacation month.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just August. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're kind of in the dog days of summer here.
Yeah.
You know?
But it really is just August. We talked about this last. Now, you had kids going back to school, so you got a lot to do on that. Did they go back?
Yeah. So they started last Tuesday, I think it was. Tuesday or Wednesday. And, that first week is kind of, they're bullshitting around a little bit.
Yeah.
So this week, school, like full week, they kick off. They're really into their, curriculum and all that, specifically the football. Like pads are on this week. So everything is gung-ho this week as far as school goes. So they're back at it.
And I'm thinking of you this year and you've gone through it with your older ones, and Chris and I have gone through it with our kids. No matter how good your kid is, okay? Mm-hmm. And I think I think it's safe to say we all have great kids. Man, they become unbearable, that senioritis in the second semester.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how my sweet, great students, leaders in their class, I don't know how they lived without me killing them.
Yeah.
Unsufferable. Do you agree with that, Chris?
Yeah. Especially my oldest. My gosh.
Yeah.
Molly was rough.
And I'm convinced it's just the natural way that because of nature, you're going to be too sad when they leave the house. But something happens to make them so snotty, unsufferable that you like. Okay, I can live without this.
Yeah,
I can live without them.
Right.
They can be gone.
Yeah, yeah.
It's supposed to happen.
It's to everything. Turn. That's what I say.
That'd be a great song.
I know. Thank you. So, but you'll have it also. They're so excited. Kids in high school, I know, they're so excited. But I somehow feel like they have more fun their junior year. They're all excited. I'm going to be a senior. I'm going to rule the school. And then the first semester happens, all the football, and especially for your kids, football and all that stuff. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah, second semester.
But I got to look forward now.
Yeah. They just get done.
Yes, they just get done. Mm-hmm. And you're done them living in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to have, I think you're just going to have the best time. And then the winter will come.
And then all hell's going to break
Now,
loose.
will your boys play sports? Will they be playing basketball and stuff can they, let's say they get a chance to go play in college, does their college coach say, I don't want you playing basketball, pal?
They don't, but I am. I will.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And so neither of them will play. So typically, Joe had been playing basketball and Gabe had been playing baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of them will be playing either of those after the football
because
of
they'll by that time, knock on wood, had made a commitment to do something else.
Correct.
In the future.
They will have made a commitment, and it's like you're not going. There's nothing for you, right, to do that.
There's only a short side that messes up the commitment that you're going to make. That you've made.
And I reluctantly let Joe play rec basketball after the season last year. He screwed his heel up. So he was out for a few weeks because he contused his heel playing rec ball. So it's like, nope. None of that.
Yeah, because they got the opportunity to get either a free or a greatly discounted education because of the football.
So that's going to be they're going to be lovely in that attitude with nothing to do like that. It's going to be so much fun for you.
Right. It's great. It's gonna be
and
great.
the honeymoon will be over. Oh man, I'm so excited about this next 6 months of your life, and then after that, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, so the honeymoon phase will be over. In addition to that, her baby will be leaving, and she's already been telling me for like the last 4 years, like, I'm going to be a complete mess. And I'm like,
oh boy,
fucking great.
Hey, that'll be good. It's your chance to be there for her.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
But what about the next week, dude?
So next week, just the boys 100% back in school. I got some huge projects at work that are just going to they're just going to be a beast. The one fun thing is we are going to a concert tomorrow or Tuesday. So that'll be fun. It's Janae Aiko.
I do not know.
Yeah, she's a R&B artist. Really...
That's rhythm and blues, right?
Oh, both.
Yes. Her style is just really like cool and chilled out kind of.
Where's the concert?
T-Mobile.
Oh, okay. So it's a big one.
Yeah, that's what she said.
What?
So anyway.
Oh, that'll be fun.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we both really like this artist too, so that's about it.
Yeah.
As far as this week.
I went up to you guys. I have scheduled Friday to get new tires. So I've got a lot going on.
Wow. Exciting is that?
I don't know. Have you guys noticed a smell?
Right now? Mm-hmm. Smells like onions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
here's why.
Nancy's up there slaying something.
She's making her sauce because I'm going to make pizza today. So that's something to look forward to.
Oh, Jane's making pasta tonight. So
shit.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
What kind of pasta?
Tonight is just going to be like a regular meat sauce and spaghetti.
Okay.
But she is going to make a little fresh pesto to put in the tomato sauce. And oh, God. I'm going to make a pig of myself. I can't wait.
I got to tell you this, Chris.
You're going to be fat.
I know.
I may love you more than most people I've ever loved.
Oh, thanks, man.
I gotta tell you something.
Right back at you.
F you and your wife that cooks pasta. My wife could run circles around
No.
that, and I'm telling you,
No.
you get thrown in my face again. And
No.
that's why I'm making the pizza. I already told Chris I'm going to take a picture of it, send it to Jane, and say, I make pizza too. Take that. I'm coming after.
Yeah.
I'm coming after you, Higby. Okay.
It's
all right. You
it
hear
is-
that? I know you're watching. I'm coming after you, Jane.
Oh God, you talked right into the camera.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, man, that fresh pesto, that kicks it up a notch.
Oh, I'm going to pizza you. I'm going to out pizza you like you don't even know.
Now here's the good news, maybe for me on the fat side, but
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know.
fat.
Yesterday was my last dose of prednisone, and God, that was rough. It impacted my mood, and it just made me so voraciously hungry. I ate these last 2 weeks nonstop.
So you're not on anymore.
I'm not on it.
So
yeah.
do you want me and Boogie to come over and eat the pasta for you tonight? Because
I'll do it.
Actually, I'm more of an expert even than Boogie at eating a lot.
Well, it's going to be a good
and being fat.
good test for me to see, am I going to just completely gorge myself, or is my self-control back? So
It's not completely out of your system yet, though, is it?
it's probably not. Yeah. So I'll probably make a pig of myself.
Yeah, give yourself this one more night.
Yeah. Give yourself that excuse.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, we missed the texter. He did give us
Boy,
one
we
good
did.
thing, and he's not available, but he'll be back, and we'll get you prepared for the next week. Are you guys ready just to call it a show?
Sure.
Okay. Then Chris, take it away.
Yeah, let me take us out. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Past Week Next Week with Chris and Paul. Since you love starring Boogie and introducing the texter.
Yeah, come on.
Since you love the program, please rate and review the podcast on your favorite podcast distributor. We'd love to hear from you, and you can contact us at 913-735-0060. Also, join the Past Week Next Week Facebook page. On behalf of Paul, I'm Chris saying goodbye.
And on behalf of Chris and Boogie and the texter, I want to play a song, get you prepared for the next week. It is Buddy Guy with Sweet Home, Chicago.
Oh, I think I know why you picked it.
You know, we don't play that game for the end of the show.
The outro? Yeah.
But let's do it.
Does it have anything to do with Democratic National Convention in Chicago?
Dude, how did you know this?
I don't even know.
And the answer is yes. That's why. I have a question for you, Chris.
Sure.
If you were able to go to Chicago for that convention, would you go see the speakers?
I would.
Okay. Why didn't you when you went to another convention?
When I went to so many other conventions throughout my career, I don't know. I feel like I was with bad influences.
You were with terrible influences.
Who would talk me into not attending any of the conference and going and exploring the city instead.
I know. See, that's why Boogie still is employed with the same place.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't go with us to the convention where we went to one thing in Chicago.
Yeah, no, I didn't go to that one.
Yeah.
I went to one convention.
That you went to everything because you still work there, right?
Yes.
Yes. But that's Chicago. I don't know. I would like to see the speakers if I went there, but Chicago. I went to a DLC, Democratic Leadership Council convention in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Did go to a lot of those things, but went and did all the fun stuff.
Chicago's such a fun town.
It is really wonderful place.
Yeah, I love Chicago. Not in the winter. Man, that is a loud polka dot shirt, and I love it.
It is.
By the way, the pizza I'm making,
Yeah.
deep dish.
Whoa.
Oh.
I saw that dish. I saw that dish sitting up there. Is that what it's going
Yeah.
in?
So I'm getting ready for Chicago. My Chicago feeling.
Look at you.
Yep.
Wow. So are you going to put the sauce on top like a Chicago pizza?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. Please do send a pic. I want to see the complete.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
Will you tell your wife that?
Well, you tell her.
Paul's so much better at pizza making.
No, I don't sleep with you. I sleep with her.
Oh,
Smart man.
Yeah. Team Jane over here.
yeah. And it won't be as good as hers, but I like to dream and
But I do, every once in a while, I love a deep dish Chicago-style pizza.
Yeah.
I'm a zombie afterwards, but oh, it's so very good. Now, every time I have Chicago deep dish, I have beer with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm in Chicago.
Right.
Are you going to have beer with your pizza, or did you have enough Miller Lite?
I did have enough beer still coursing through my veins.
Still, yeah. Well, you smell like you taste great.
Thank you. And you know it's not less filling.
This has been a KCTK production, produced by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information about this content, then you have some real weirdness going on. You can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctkradio.com. Yes, and that is on the World Wide Web. Thank you.